It's been 4 years since I've been here.
What has surprised me, it is a much more beautiful country than I ever imagined.
2009 was the first time I came to Rwanda, and then 2011 on until COVID. But each time I came, it was in the interest of education.
In many ways, it's more developed than I would have expected.
Well, it all began probably 20 years ago.
The first time I got connected to Wellspring, I met Richard Taylor in 2008 in Toronto when he had come east making connections to spread the word about Wellspring and looked for funding.
We just recently retired, so we have enough time to come and experience to experience what's actually been happening, to see some of the benefits over the years. So we were very interested in actually seeing that. Plus, it's a great place to come for a vacation. So. The Wellspring staff was wonderful. They made a very good impression. They did. We were welcomed at the offices we visited. The one office, they perform skits, and it's one thing to hear that a program works in a particular way. It's another thing to see it acted out by the people that are actually doing it.
The amount of content that came through in these little skits, really, I assumed they had spent a lot of time deciding how do we bring the content in. So the content, the principles of what Wellspring staff teach trainers and then trainers teach others in the education system is very much integrated into their life.
And it communicated so much in such a short amount of time that you go, I see why this is important. I see how they do this. I see how they're using very minimal resources to do, maximal things. It was wonderful.
So they're concerned not only about educating the child with regard to what knowledge they're taking in, but also caring about the character that child is developing as an individual, as a person. The kind of the holistic approach. They are looking at the head, the heart, and the mind, or the mind, the heart, and the hands, if you will.
I recommend coming on a vision trip just to get your feet wet. You start out with one tiny little mustard seed and you plant it and it grows into a tree. And I think that's how we have to look at Wellspring, that it keeps advancing and changing.
I remember the first time I came to Rwanda, and my goodness, it just blew me away. I think that it takes what is two-dimensional, what can only be two-dimensional, the message that we hear, we appreciate, we understand, and we may respond to a certain level, and it brings it to life and makes it three-dimensional. All of a sudden we understand in ways that we could not, even by the wonderful communication we might get. You just can't put it into words what you experience when you are here.